Mount Everest has a bad news. It is experiencing rapidly melting ice, making it more dangerous for climbers.
The wars in Ukraine and Israel and China's outlook are worse than expected, according to a longtime diplomat.
The average age of top executives is higher now than it was 40 years ago, indicating a change in the promotion criteria.
Companies are already recruiting their 2025 summer interns, with banks and accounting firms targeting sophomores. An American grandmaster was found to have cheated in chess games, but not against Magnus Carlsen.
Pfizer, despite helping save the world with its pandemic products, is facing challenges and is pulling back on research programs.
The Dow reached a second straight record, creating a debate on whether the rally will complicate the Fed's inflation fight.
Stocks are extending their year-end rally.
Fed rate cuts in 2024 may have implications for home buyers.
November retail sales showed strong holiday spending, indicating a soft landing for the economy. The U.S. is pressing Israel to wind down the Gaza war and shift towards targeted military operations.
Israel is increasing its raids in the West Bank. The European Union has agreed to start membership talks with Ukraine, providing a political boost for President Volodymyr Zelensky.
Putin vows to continue the war, while also expressing a desire to reach an agreement regarding the return of a WSJ reporter in Russian custody.
Mozilla announced the launch of over 450 new extensions for Firefox's Android browser, which is good news for Firefox users as it enhances their browsing experience.
Spotify confirms the testing of prompt-based AI playlists feature, which is good news for Spotify users as it provides them with a new way to create playlists using AI technology and prompts.
Mastodon founder praises Threads' entry into the decentralized social media space, stating that it makes Mastodon a more attractive option, which is good news for Mastodon and Threads users as it expands their options for social networking.
Apple targeted iMessage on Android app Beeper, but claims to have a fix, which is bad news for Beeper and Android users who prefer iMessage, as it indicates potential challenges in accessing the iMessage service.
Linktree acquires link in bio platform Koji, which is good news for Linktree as it expands its services and eliminates competition.
Artificial intelligence. The news states that AI is already in the autumn of its hype cycle and is pervasive but not smart or evil. This can be seen as a neutral statement, neither good nor bad, as it describes the current state of AI.
The Biden administration has announced that Medicare's Part B will now require inflation rebates for 48 drugs starting in the first quarter of 2024. This move is part of the Inflation Reduction Act and aims to combat drug price gouging. The specific details of the rebates and their impact on patients are not mentioned in the article. Moderna and Merck have received good news regarding their cancer vaccine combination. In a Phase 2b study, it was found that the combination of Keytruda, a medication used to treat cancer, and an mRNA vaccine developed by Moderna resulted in a reduced risk of death or relapse in patients with a particularly aggressive form of skin cancer. This positive outcome was observed after 3 years of the study.
Pharmaceutical and life sciences sector is expected to witness robust M&A, mergers and acquisitions activity in 2024, according to PwC. After a successful year in 2023, the industry is likely to experience similar levels of M&A, with a particular focus on weight loss and cardiovascular diseases. This suggests a positive trend for companies operating in these areas, as there is increased investor interest and potential for growth in these specific fields. VCs MPM Capital, Endeavor, and Two Bear Capital have shared their insights on the current market. According to Ansbert Gaddick, the market needs a stronger and more predictable regulatory environment to encourage investment in biopharma. Martin Gershon believes that advances in technology, such as digital health and AI, will drive funding in the industry. Mike Gogan emphasizes the importance of strong management teams and innovative technologies to attract funding.
Kyowa Kirin has a good news because they are giving employees a voice in the company's future. This is achieved through the efforts of their human resources team, who prioritize employee input and focus on nurturing a culture that supports the company's growth and expansion in North America.
Job interview preparation has a good news. Preparation is key to standing out in a competitive job market. The expert provides helpful tips.
Cogita, a wholesale marketplace for retailers in Europe, has raised $86 million in a Series B round to compete with Anchor Store. Good news, Cogita secures significant funding to expand its operations and take on a competitor.
Advances in machine learning are expected to improve the detection of contamination in food factories. Good news, the use of machine learning technology will enhance food safety measures in factories. Strava, a fitness tracking app, announces the appointment of YouTube executive Michael Martin as its new CEO. Good news, Strava finds a new CEO after an extended search, bringing in an experienced executive from YouTube. A Seattle biotech organization received $75 million in funding for researching DNA typewriters with potential breakthroughs in biology. Good news, the substantial funding will support groundbreaking research in biotechnology.
RepeatMD, a startup serving the med spa industry, raises $50 million in a Series A round. Good news, RepeatMD secures significant funding to cater to the growing demand in the consumer beauty market.
Clothing influencer shopping app LTK adds creator product reviews in its latest update. Good news for the app, as it adds a new feature that enhances the user experience and provides more information about products.
Lyft follows Uber's lead and removes its mask mandate. Good news for Lyft passengers and drivers as they no longer have to wear masks, indicating a positive development in the ongoing pandemic situation.
Amazon expands its custom-fit clothing service Made for You with athletic tees. Good news for Amazon customers who can now enjoy more options in customization with the expansion of their clothing service.
Walmart launches AI-powered virtual clothing try-on technology for online shoppers. Good news for Walmart and its online shoppers as they can now try on clothes virtually, enhancing the online shopping experience. Pair Eyewear focuses on adult glasses as it takes in $60 million. Good news for Pair Eyewear as they secure a significant funding amount, indicating market confidence and growth potential in the adult eyewear market.
Commerce Temu has filed a lawsuit against Shein, accusing them of abusing legal systems and using aggressive contracts.
Cogita, a two-sided e-commerce wholesale marketplace, has raised $86 million in a Series B round to compete with Anchor Store. Udaan, an Indian B2B e-commerce startup, has secured $340 million in funding led by the investment arm of M&G Bank. Jumia, a Pan-African e-commerce platform, is discontinuing its food delivery service to focus on expanding its physical goods business.
Maka, an African fashion and beauty e-commerce platform, has raised $2.65 million in a pre-seed round to simplify the buying process.
Crypto hacks and chaos aren't halting this holiday season. This article highlights that despite the holiday season, hackers are still active in the crypto industry. This is bad news, as it indicates a continued threat to the security of crypto wallets and protocols.
Supply chain attack targeting Ledger crypto wallet leaves users hacked. Ledger, a crypto wallet manufacturer, announced that hackers compromised the code of their crypto protocol. This is bad news, as it exposes the vulnerability of Ledger's products and raises concerns about the security of user funds.
Lolly raises $8 million Series B to expand its Bitcoin and cashback rewards to enterprises. Lolly, a Bitcoin rewards application, secured funding to expand its services. This is good news, as it shows investment interest in the crypto industry and the growing popularity of Bitcoin as a reward system.
LineNext secures $140 million funding for its Web3 platform. LineNext, a Web3 unit of the messaging app Line, raised funding to expand its platform. This is good news as it indicates investor confidence in LineNext's business model and the potential of Web3 technologies.
Andalusia Labs raises $48 million Series A to improve digital asset risk infrastructure. Andalusia Labs, a company focused on improving digital asset risk infrastructure, raised funding. This is good news as it demonstrates support for companies addressing the security and risk management challenges in the crypto industry.
Flash PMI data has a good news. The Australian private sector business activity continued to contract in December, but the data still points to a soft landing for the commodity-rich economy next year.
Fed Outlook has a good news. The central bank's forecasts spur hopes for coming interest rate cuts.
Retail sales has a good news. Americans spent more online at clothing stores and restaurants last month, shrugging off signs of economic cooling.
World central banks have a good news. The ECB and the Bank of England held interest rates steady as central banks around the world move from monetary tightening to talk of rate cuts.
Europe's hawkish rebellion has a bad news. The higher for longer mantra from the Bank of England and European Central Bank is on a collision course with the cooling economy.
American spending on the holidays has a good news. November's retail report is the latest indication that a strong job market and continued reserves of savings are giving Americans the wherewithal to keep shopping. Fashion Off Script launches an app to create and buy eye-designed fashion. Good news. This shows that the company is investing in innovative technology and providing a platform for eye-designed merchandise.
The circular economy promises to remake retail. Why is it so hard to trust? Neutral News. This article discusses the challenges of trusting the circular economy in the retail industry, but it does not specifically mention any company.
Coach's knitwear supplier bets $1 million on Jelly Bean's fashion prediction tech. Good news. This indicates that the supplier is embracing AI technology and predicts that it can benefit the fashion design process. Peer-to-peer fashion rental marketplace. Pickle picks up $8 million. Good news. This funding round suggests that Pickle is expanding its business and gaining support in the market.
Boys Club co-founders want crypto skeptics to see it as a tool, not just a vehicle for finance or investments. Neutral News. This article discusses the views of the Boys Club co-founders on cryptocurrency, but it does not provide specific information about the company's news.
Blackstone and Canada Pension Plan have entered a $1.2 billion joint venture with FDIC.
Credit Karma co-founder Nicole Mustard is stepping down after more than 16 years at the company. Good news. This news signifies a change in leadership at Credit Karma, which can bring fresh perspectives and potentially new strategies for growth.
FinTech American Express acquires Personal Capital for $1 billion. Good news. The acquisition by American Express indicates that Personal Capital is seen as a valuable asset in the fintech industry and has the potential for further growth under the support of a larger company.
Personal finance app No Preview introduces home sale process with cashback rebates. Good news. This new feature from No Preview provides a competitive advantage and additional benefits to homebuyers, potentially attracting more users to the app. Fintech company Capital secures $165 million in equity and debt financing. Good news. This substantial funding will allow Capital to expand its operations and provide financial visibility to more small businesses in Latin America, supporting their growth. San Francisco-based startup Hyperplane secures $6 million in funding for AI-driven banking solutions. Good news. The funding received by Hyperplane will enable the development and implementation of its AI technology to help banks predict customer behavior, potentially improving efficiency and customer experience.
Olay, an on-demand fashion app, has closed a $0.5 million funding round. Good news for Ole. Seeky, a Web3 platform, will serve as an incubator, marketplace, and social community for fashion designers and consumers. Good news for Psyche.
Farfetch, a luxury fashion marketplace, closed at $28.45, up 42% on its first day of trading on NYSE. Good news for Farfetch.
Zalando has launched Ameza, a luxury goods and fashion portal with prices up to $1,000. Good news for Zalando.
Startups. There has been a significant increase in tech layoffs in 2023, with over 240,000 jobs lost, indicating bad news for the tech industry.
Prevue's home sale process offers cashback rebates to home buyers, challenging the traditional role of real estate agents. This could be seen as a positive development.
Raising capital for latest-stage startups. The article discusses various financing options for latest-stage startups, providing useful information for entrepreneurs. This news is neutral.
Capital. Capital has secured $165 million in equity and debt to provide financial visibility to small businesses in Latin America. This shows positive growth for the company.
Linktree. Linktree has acquired competitor Koji, expanding its market share in the link in bio platform space. This is a positive development for Linktree.
Venture A16Z will give literally any politician money if they help deregulate tech. Bad news. This announcement is seen as tone-deaf and obtuse, indicating a lack of understanding of the public sentiment towards tech regulation.
Series A funding hurdles increase for seed-stage startups. Bad news. This indicates that it is becoming more challenging for seed-stage companies to secure funding, which can negatively impact their growth and success.
Climactic launches first fund for climate tech software companies. Good news. This venture capital firm's $65 million fund will support founders starting climate tech software companies, showing a positive investment in environmentally conscious ventures.
Significant tech layoffs in 2023. Bad news. The tech industry has experienced over 240,000 job losses in 2023, surpassing the previous year's numbers, indicating a negative trend in the industry's job market.
Prevue's home sale process gives credit to homebuyers with cashback rebates. Good news. Prevue's innovative approach challenges the traditional role of real estate agents and offers benefits to homebuyers, indicating positive innovation in the industry.